What's up, world out there? Hello to you all. I'm here. I'm gonna do this video here. This video here is going to be about: is it a man's world or is it a woman's world? I've been in that topic before. I remember I've been in this topic for the first time back in 2012 when I was in Kandahar, Afghanistan, and I was just listening to different points and views from other people, mainly females, because of course most females are gonna say it's a woman's world. All men are gonna say it's a man's world, the ones that I've been dealing with and been knowing. Now, it was asked to me what world it is. I went, you know what? When I first got into that conversation in 2012, I kind of like, you know what? I don't really want to get into this topic. That's what I told the other person recently. So I'm going to make a video here about, is it a man's world or is it a woman's world? All right. Those who say that it is a man's world, yes, we know James Brown, the famous singer, is a man's world, but he also says something else after that. Sometimes I tease a couple of female acquaintances and just leave it blank and just keep going. They know what comes after. He says it's a man's world, but it's nothing without a woman or a little girl. The female gender. Keep that in mind. Men, those who think it's a man's world, let me tell you what most men think why it's a man's world. Some of the stuff I said back in 2012, and then some people are like, oh, he's a sexist. No, I love him, so I'm not a sexist. When you look at politics and stuff of that nature, I don't really like politics, but men run that more so than women do. House of Representatives, the Senates, and oh my gosh, the presidents of the United States. 44 presidents of the United States history that we have marked in history, from George Washington all the way to Barack Obama. Can you name me a female president of the United States? And somebody gonna comment on this video and say, well, Hillary Clinton's gonna be president next year when Barack Obama leaves office, so it's not official. Until it's official, we never had a female president of the United States. I even went military and went, you know what? The United States Army, they never had a sergeant major of the Army of female. The top ranked non-commissioned officer of them all is only one sergeant major of the Army. There's only one person that can hold that title. He's right underneath the 4-star general, who is the chief of chair, who's underneath the Secretary of Defense and Department of Defense and the President. It was a male, and the people in the Army who've been in there since forever will tell you there's never been a female sergeant major in the Army. I'm like, cool, okay. Sports. Now I asked somebody, would you rather watch NBA or would you rather watch WNBA? And like, what kind of question is that? I'd rather watch NBA. Why? They jump higher, they run faster. It's faster anyway. Tempo's up to speed. Stuff goes on, there's physicality going on, and people are high flying, 40, 50-inch verticals, alley hoops, and this, that. You ain't gonna see all that in WNBA. I go, okay. The NBA is part of the reason why the WNBA exists. One dude tried to tell me that, well, Candace Parker's contract is good enough like an NBA contract. I went, no. Mm-mm. Not even close. Like, you way off. You way off. I went, they barely get 6 figures at the max. These men over here are getting 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 mil. These females they're not even getting that 200K, let alone a mil. Hell, Diana Taurasi recently took a $2 million deal from her team overseas to not play in the WNBA this season. She took that deal. Can't do that to an NBA player. Oh, we'll give you $10 million, don't play this. Like, I'm gonna do 20 million this year. I'm gonna take your 10, don't play. Move. Sports, rerun that. Is what it is. And as far as the money and their incomes work, it's totally lopsided. They say it's more women on earth than there are men. Some people like to say a ratio of, well, for every 7 females, there's 1 dude. Whatever ratio it is, it's favoring females. And I also mentioned, though, back then, 2012, well, let me explain why it's more men than women. More women than men today. Well, you got all these wars that men fight. Women don't fight the wars. The men did. 9/11, there's a lot of men who died during 9/11 day. And there was a magazine cover that I saw where a whole bunch of women holding their infants and toddlers and children because they don't have a father/husband in their lives. Iraq, Afghanistan, we fought those too. Revolutionary War, the Civil War, slavery days, all that, yeah, men fought those. And then you have men who are more incarcerated, dealing with death penalties more so than women are. And that one person like, well, don't use incarceration to this. Well, that's just more men wiped out society in a way. Yeah, they're alive, but they're not making an impact in society because they're isolated away from everybody else in a facility that they're going to be stuck in for whatever amount of time they're going to be stuck in for. Especially the ones that's facing life with no parole, death penalty. And then these jobs and supervised jobs, and these higher up promotion type jobs, men possess those mostly too. Like LAPD, law enforcement, a 4-star chief police, there's never been a female. Sheriff's Department, same thing, they're all men. So as far as power and authority and all this other stuff, men pretty much dominate those. And for some females gonna look at this video and say he is sexist. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm not. I just see what I see, and you see the same thing that I see. You just don't want to acknowledge. For those people who like to say, "Oh, it's a woman's world," I have to ask some people, why you say it's a woman's world? They'll say, now the ones that refer to their body parts in their vagina, there's something that will use as a reference to. Now I have met a couple of females that will say some other things and don't mention their body part down there that they was born with. For those who do, it kind of sounds something like this. Well, we can make men do whatever it is we want them to do. If we want them to bend backwards, they will. Why? Because we have something that all straight men want, something that we're born with, something that they gotta have by nature, and we can take full advantage of that. While you going out there on your grind, whatever, making your money, blah blah. When you come home to me, I'm gonna get some of that money. I'm gonna tax you because you're gonna want something that I have, and it's gonna cost. It's not free. You're going to pay for it some kind of way, then you get what you want after. Okay. Some will say, well, we know how to lead the way much so better than you guys do. I go, okay, we can raise kids. We can turn a boy to a man. We can turn a girl to a woman. Well, you're supposed to be able to turn a girl to a woman. You're a female too. It's right up your alley. And some will say, well, we can turn a boy to a man. Go, okay. So I go, You really have to consider, and the ones who don't mention we could make men do whatever they want them to do because of what we're born with, all that stuff. Them the ones that make really good points. But for the most part, when I was in Kandahar, Afghanistan in 2012, all I heard was, "Oh yeah, it's all about what we have between our legs, blah blah. All you men want it, and because we have something that y'all always want, we can always take full advantage. That's why it's our world, because y'all can't do without us." And some will say some women could go years and years and don't have any intercourse at all. You men can't go through that. Y'all testosterone will shoot up the sky or whatever they like to say. And we'll be like, y'all need us. That's why James Brown said it's a man's world, but it's nothing without a woman or a girl. Then Beyonce, around that time when I was in the service, she came with this song called "Who Run the World? Girls." And FEMA was like, "Yeah, we do run the world because yeah, we can make men do whatever it is we want them to do. They need us in their lives, so yeah, why not? It is women's world. We run stuff. Like we run relationships, we run this, we do that. We tell our guy what to do, blah blah. Go, okay. All right, so why don't you guys tell me whose world it is? Or if it's a man's world or if it's a woman's world? Me, I had my little times before and heard different points here. And let me hear your point. Won't you ask questions, comments, suggestions, ideas below this video here? I'm going to post on YouTube. And I want to read what you guys have to say, man or woman, no matter which one. I want to read it. I want to learn something from you.